Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. And I'm going to give you a strange take. And it goes to show how the mind of environmental extremism works. These ideologues, they exist on a whole different plane. And the plane not being a pun on words, we're talking about airports. There's a thing called the New Economics Forum. It's a very, very hard left, I'd say think tank, but they don't really think. They just sort of spout shite, really, more than anything else. But they put this analysis out this week of this is what's going to happen. And they're panicking. Oh boy, are they panicking? Because they realise that people have, had enough and they don't want to sign up for their shit anymore. And they don't know how to deal with it because, oh my God, the world is falling on us. Because they've pushed this narrative for so long. They're actually, they're huffing their own farts, aren't they? They believe what they say and they can't understand how other people reject this bollocks. But they're warning about airport expansions, particularly third runway at Heathrow and the expansion of both Luton and Gatwick. And they're saying, it will decimate the carbon savings we intend to make and blah, blah, blah. Britain has such a tiny, tiny effect. But I'm going to give you a quote from them. It says, researchers at NEF have found that approving the expansion of the airports would create 65 million tonnes of additional carbon equivalent emissions. Carbon equivalent, not carbon then, right? Within 5 years of expanded operations, wiping out the savings made through the Clean Power Plan. The Clean Power Plan isn't saving anything. Don't lie, right? Don't believe that bollocks. If you take it from ground to pound, as it were, it's actually worse than what we're doing now. These people live in an alternative universe. Anyway, the NEF also tried to claim they're saying that economic growth from the flights would be minimal. And, well, no, it won't. They're saying incoming foreign tourists were outnumbered 3-1 by UK residents travelling abroad. Oh, I see. You don't want people to have holidays. This is where we're going, isn't it? You want to restrict movement. You want to tell people that they cannot travel, that they cannot go on holiday. Meanwhile, you lot will all still fly in your private jets, just like Ed Miliband does. He loves his private jet, but we're not allowed to get onto a commercial jet and go and do 2 weeks in the sun. No. We're worked until death, taxed till we're broke, and then our carcasses are thrown into the incinerator to be burnt to provide free energy for everyone else. That's what we are. We aren't people. We're drones to these bastards, aren't we? Anyway, the NEF's long-standing director is, until recently anyway, Miliband's new Minister for Energy Consumers, Miatta Fahnbulleh, because finding someone from this country is hard. And they led this organisation for a whopping 6 years. Now, Miatta touted her experience to get the job, to get elected in Peckham and became an MP. Because, look, I've been kissing Miliband's arse for so long. His arse looks like, the Japanese flag now, puckering it up. But they're not saying that. Basically, they don't like the idea of airports because they don't like the idea of normal people flying. Well, fuck them. I'm going on holiday. I've booked my holiday. I'm going back to Cyprus later in the year. Yep. In June it'll be. So in June you'll see me sitting there with a slightly different background and sweat because I've seen it's 31 in June. And why June, I hear you ask? I'm going to tell you. Kids are still at school. Cheaper. Anyway, thanks very much. Bye.